Hi, folks. How are you? I hope you're having a great Thursday. My name is Amanda with Simply Flamazing Art, the Creative Course Collab, the Creative Curiosities Paper and Notions Pack, and I'm a proud member of the Crafty Bunch. And I am so glad y'all are here with me today at noon. And we are working on our boots. And so we voted yesterday to do the boots with the flowers. Here's our little inspirational piece. I hope you come join me for 20 minutes of fun painting. Why 20 minutes? Well, because it's based on the rule of 100 hours, which states if you do something for 18 minutes a day, you'll be 95% better than anyone in your field. I say if we do something for 20 minutes a day, Monday through Friday, we'll be 95% better than when we started. And so that's the purpose of these, is to get better. So grab your paintbrushes, grab your paints, grab something to paint on. It doesn't have to be fancy, guys. It doesn't have to be canvas. It doesn't have to be wood. I am painting on paper because it's going to go in my art journal. And so it's the same as the copy paper here. This is copy paper off of my printer. This has the same feel texture as this paper does. So grab that, grab some cardboard. It doesn't matter. Just come and paint with me for 20 minutes. And I promise we keep it up, you'll be 95% better. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get us started today. All right. So here we are. Yesterday, we got our boots in. We got them drawn on and we got our boots in. I'm going to go ahead and get us set up for our timer. And we're going to get started. All right. Yes, I am faux live today. Just so you know, I am faux live. Whoops, I don't need all that. Let me just set that right there for a later use. I have to be at work today, so I am not actually live with you all. As much as my heart is here, I am not. I am faux live. All right. We're going to work on our boots. We've got to get these boots in before we start working on our flowers because we don't know how much it's going to hang over and take up. So we're going to go back and work on our boots. And add a little more white down there. All right. Let's see where I saw something I wanted. Oh, right here. I kind of made this a little bigger up. I want to kind of mirror that on this one here. So our boots look like they do go together. Even though that's probably up too high, I would rather mirror this one to that one than try to correct that one. Because while you can erase paint, if you've got paint underneath of it, it's really hard to erase when you don't have paint underneath of it. So we're just gonna make this one match that one a little bit more, and we'll be okay. I'm gonna lighten this side a little bit, which is probably a little too light. That's all right. Come in with a little pink and darken it a little bit. There we go. Remember how dark pushes back, light pulls forward? I'm gonna pull this forward a little bit, I think, which will make it not look like it's such a clown shoe, I'm hoping. And you're seeing more of like the top part of that boot. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to use some of my browns to darken this because I think it'll give me the tone that I want in the first place with this pink that I've got going. Oh, yeah. That's kind of the color I'm looking for, I think. Still a pink, but a little darker to give a little shading where we want a little shading. And we're going to start to work in some of these wrinkles and the crinkles, right? And so we've got kind of a heavy crease right here that we want to kind of start putting in there. And so I'm gonna have to adjust this light. It was tearing my eyes up yesterday and it's tearing my eyes up today. I don't know. I don't know what I have done, but I have moved. It has shifted somehow or another. And it's like shining right in my eyeballs. Yesterday it was a problem, and today it's a problem. I'm like, I'm about over it being a problem. I'm actually gonna back this up a little bit. I think I got this boot a little too forward. We're gonna come in and we're gonna take out a little bit, but we're gonna be kind of selective in how we're gonna do that. Um, all right. Yeah, I'm liking that. Maybe I might have thinned it a little too much there, but that's okay. We can fix that. Just want to keep working on my darks while I've got that dark in my brush. And we'll worry about the rest later. We'll worry about coming back in and working on that a little bit more. But oh, I'm liking it. We'll work on putting in some of these creases. Kind of where we see them bunching up. We'll come in even darker, but right now we're just getting the first layer of dark on. Where it makes sense. We're using that brown mixed with the pinks to just kind of come in and give us all of our shadowing. And so it's going to be, we're going to go darker and darker before we come to the okay. Yeah, I like that. All right, I'm going to clean my brush and we're going to fix this little area right there where we backed up that one boot a little bit. We're going to fix this area right here. And so remember I told you, here comes my future self kind of being a little bit like, dang, past self. You had to go and make a couple of colors instead of just doing all one. You had to go get fancy with it. And now we gotta come in with an erase method. An erase method isn't as good as like not having to do that. Not having to mix the two colors. I'm recording. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry about that. Um, so, we're just fixing this. Um, we're just fixing this. And so there we go. Now that's a whole lot better, I think. Hopefully I didn't mess that boot up too much. Hopefully I didn't mess it up too much, but it's an old boot, and so we can easily like just be like, okay, we're going to distress it a little bit. Where I made this darker line, I'm just going to come in with a little bit over top of that, just so we blend that in a little bit more, and we get that a little more blended in. And so I'm not trying to do any highlighting or anything right now. I'm just trying to keep it going. So there we go. All right. I'm liking that. I'll go back into that dark. And I'm not even cleaning my brush out. I still have a little bit of that white in there, but that's okay. I'm going to come in with a little pink, a little more brown. I'm going to get that darker in there. And this is where we just start to work again. Working on those shadows. When we get these in, we'll come in with a little bit more of darker and go over top of this. We don't want to lose the pinkness to it, okay? But we do need to get some browns in there. So, but the challenge is going to be getting those browns in there and keeping the pink that we want. That's going to be the challenge. And so I'm also making sure at this stage, because I have a really good in-between color, that there's no paper shining through. That my boots have all pink on them. Okay. And I'm going to go into a little bit of that darker. My brush still has that pink on it, okay? And this is where I'm going to look to start to separate. Where it needs to be a little bit darker. This is kind of where I can kind of build that shoe in the way I want it. There we go. Give a little depth to that. I probably have that a little thick right there, but I will thin that out a little bit. Okay. Then we're going to kind of come in with some of our darker elements. And again, this is something that we can even take another step darker. But you just kind of want to go one at a time. Don't jump too far. Not unless it really calls for it, right? Or, I mean, it depends upon what you're doing. In this case, we don't want to go too dark, too light, too quickly. We want to have the transitions in there. And so I'm going to work in a couple of these deep folds. That's that darker coming in there to play. But okay. And we're going to come in, we're going to add a whole lot more detail. This is solely just getting in some of that dark in the boot and on the boot. We want to there we go. It's looking a little bit of a hot message, but that's okay. Because they do that, right? It's the like the ugly stage before the stage of like, this is the stage right before it starts to get really good. And you just have to power through. You're like, I'm just powering through. Then we've got detail we're going to be putting in here. But this is starting to look good. I'm liking this. And so we can put in a deeper one here. And so these deeper colors that we're putting in right now have nothing to play off of except for that background. When we come in with the lighter, that's when the ripples and all of that are going to start to pop out. And so this is just an area where you have to trust this process. and you almost can't get it wrong. So don't fret about it, because there's no reason to fret about this step. This step is a step that's just a necessary step. And actually, the more you do with this step, the better they get. And so, like I said, you can almost not be wrong about this step. It's really hard to get this step wrong. And so don't even worry about this step getting it wrong, because it almost is impossible. Okay, I'm liking that. And just go back and touch into your brown and just keep layering it in until you get something that you really are liking. Okay. All right. That's it, guys. Oh, wow. Look how our boots have taken on a whole other dimension. I've got my hair sitting on my, our boots have taken on some dimension now, and we'll be ready for Friday. So I hope y'all have a beautiful rest of your Thursday. Here we are with our boots and the 20 minutes paint with me. My name is Amanda, Simply Flamazing Art, the Creative Course Collab, curator for the Creative Curiosities Paper Notions Pack, and a proud member of the Crafty Bunch. What does that mean? It just means I love art. I love teaching art. I hope you come join me for 20 minutes of paint with me, because painting is so much fun and anyone can do it. You can do it. If you are scared of how to get started, if you are I want to paint, but I don't think I'm a painter, come join me, grab some paints, grab some paintbrushes. I promise you're a painter and you can do this. And so come on and join in and paint with me for 20 minutes a day, and you will be 95% better than when you started. So come on, grab some paints and come paint with me. Have a great rest of your day, and I will see you live on Friday. I hope you have a great night. Bye.